A new economic development project in Spencer County is moving forward. We'll bring you up to speed. Plus, Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner joins me for tonight's post-Super Bowl edition of Monday with the Mayor. And Andrea Hedinger with Emerging Leaders is tonight's guest on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin this evening with big economic news for Spencer County. During Friday's Lincoln Land Economic Development Corporation annual luncheon, Ohio Valley Resources President and CEO Doug Wilson formally announced the company's intentions to build a new fertilizer plant near Rockport. Wilson says Rockport and the county as a whole were chosen due to several unique features and a great location.
Spencer County is unique for a fertilizer project. There's two major gas pipelines that intersect the proposed site. Natural gas is the feedstock for fertilizer. You also have the Ohio River that's 1 mile from the plant location. This product can move to international waters from the Ohio River. So its location as far as moving the product is first.
Wilson says the plant is set to create 80 full-time jobs and will be a total investment of $1 billion. He says the economic impact won't be limited just to Spencer County.
The economic benefit will be felt throughout the whole tri-state. It's just not jobs. I mean, it's a 3-year build-out cycle. The local labor union pools will be all kinds of restaurant economic benefits from it, housing, hotel, retail. It'll be felt not just here in Rockport or Spencer County. It'll cover a 100-mile radius of this area.
Now, a memorandum of understanding for the plant was originally completed between Ohio Valley Resources and Tierra del Fuego Power and Chemical Company back in late December. Sinopec Engineering will be working with a global engineering firm based in the U.S. to complete front-end design, procurement, and construction of the plant. About 1,200 workers will be needed to build the plant, according to company officials. The plant's construction is expected to take 3 years. A Pike County man was taken into custody yesterday morning after police were sent to check on him. Jasper police were originally called to a parking lot in the 3800 block of Newton Street just before noon yesterday to check on a man who was sitting in a truck. When they arrived, police found 28-year-old Clinton Uppenkamp of Winslow sitting in his truck and appearing to be intoxicated. Police later found that Uppenkamp had been inhaling toxic vapors from a can of computer duster. After being taken to Memorial Hospital for medical clearance, Uppenkamp was lodged in the Du Bois County Security Center. He faces a Class B misdemeanor for inhaling toxic vapors. Sentencing has been handed down for a Washington man charged with armed robbery. On Friday, 29-year-old Brandon Austin was sentenced to 15 years in prison in connection with 2 armed robberies that he committed back in 2011. Austin's sentence comes after he was found to have robbed the Fastmax location along East National Highway in Washington back on June 7th of 2011. He also tried to rob the same store a second time on June 11th. Now, this sentence includes more than 2 years of time that Austin has already spent incarcerated at the Daviess County Security Center. Austin also had 5 years of credit time knocked off of his sentence. Judge Dean Sobecki stated that Austin would be able to apply for various programs through the Indiana Department of Corrections. Sobecki further said that if Austin were to complete those programs, he would then be able to file to have his sentence reduced further. Sobecki stated during the sentencing hearing that he wanted Austin to put some of what he has learned in recent years into practice. During his time behind bars, Austin completed and graduated from the Resisting Addiction Through Recovery and Education, or RARE program, offered through the Daviess County Security Center. He became one of the first people to graduate from that program. Following his time in the RARE program, Austin served as a trustee for the jail, and he was also part of the department's road crew. He stated during his testimony that the Fastmax robbery was a bad decision on his part. During the first robbery, which took place just before 9:40 p.m. on June 7th, he walked into the Fastmax wearing an orange hunting mask and carrying a large steak knife. He demanded money from then-store clerk Travis Medley, and Medley complied. Then, 4 days later, Austin brought another knife back to the same store and tried to rob Russell Reel, who also worked at the store. Reel got into a fight with Austin after refusing to give over money. During that fight, Real beat Austin with a club, resulting in Austin leaving the store empty-handed. Austin stated on Friday that he netted about $300 for the two robberies. After an informant told Washington police in August of 2011 that Austin may have been involved in robbing the store, police looked at surveillance video from that time period. After viewing the video, Washington police were able to confirm Austin's involvement and they served a search warrant on him. Austin told police that he had committed the robberies, and he additionally admitted to taking quarters from the soap opera laundromat in Washington earlier that same year. The head of a local hospital will now be serving on the board of a major local bank. Late on Friday, it was announced that Ray Snowden will serve on the board of directors for Jasper-based German-American Bank. Snowden is the board chairman and president-CEO of Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center in Jasper. Snowden has been in the healthcare industry for more than 30 years, and he holds bachelor's degrees in both education and pharmacy. He also holds a master's degree in health service administration. Snowden serves on several other area boards, including the Indiana Hospital Association, the Vincennes University Jasper Campus Foundation, and is a member of the Jasper Economic Development Commission. He is also a past board member for the Patoka Valley Healthcare Cooperative, along with economic development group Du Bois Strong. Snowden has served on the Regional Advisory Board for markets in Du Bois, Spencer, and Perry counties for German American since July of 2005. Additionally, Snowden is set to serve on the board's Audit Committee. Finally this evening, an area conservation officer has been honored with a Top District Award. Eric Doan, who is assigned to Martin County, has been named as the District 7 Officer of the Year. Doan is one of 10 district winners from across the state. Doan is now in the running for the James D. Pitzer Award, which is given to the top conservation officer in Indiana. That award is named for a former conservation officer who was killed in the line of duty on New Year's Day of 1961 while checking rabbit hunters in Jay County. Pitzer served as an Indiana conservation officer for 20 years. Now, Doan grew up in Dover Hill, which is a small town just outside of Shoals. He is a 1988 graduate of Shoals High School, and he studied conservation law at Vincennes University. He was first hired by the DNR's Law Enforcement Division back in 1992 and was originally assigned to Union County. After serving there for 5.5 years, he transferred back home to Martin County in 1998. Some of Doan's current responsibilities include a use of force instructor, defensive tactics instructor, and field training officer. This award marks the third time that Doan has been honored as the Officer of the Year in District 7. He was previously honored with the award in 2004 and 2007. All right, coming up after the break, Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner joins me for Monday with the Mayor, plus your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform featuring Andrea Hedinger with Emerging Leaders. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.